For humans, learning from our mistakes is really difficult to deal with. Researchers at MIT have shown for the first time that the brain learns more after a success than from a failure. It's a reward rather than its absence that drives learning. When an incident takes place at an event, causing either serious injury or loss of life, we tend to focus on the proximate causes of the incident rather than the distal elements leading up to it. Whilst carrying out our investigations, we often provided with challenges which are to society, which can include the questioning of our known norms and values, things we do every day that need to change. This makes us rethink the manner in which society works and to reorganize our way of working to institute changes at events. The aspects of the physical and the psychosocial, which make up crowd dynamics, are key factors that we must focus on. Change is our biggest enemy, and it is the element that most people find so difficult to accept, because in reality, it's something that must become a constant. If we take Hillsborough as an example, there were 2 early warning elements at soccer games in the same stadium before the ill-fated FA Cup semi-final on the 15th of April 1989. Here, 97 supporters died, mostly crushed to death, and 766 were injured. It was foreseeable because near misses had been spotted before and nothing had been done about them, and no one heeded the warnings. At Roskilde in Denmark on the 30th of June 2000, in simplistic terms, the direction of the wind blowing the sound away from the stage caused fans to move forward, and thus a crushing incident occurred where 9 people died. The district attorney in Roskilde 2002 stated that it took too long a time from when they acknowledged the severity of the incident until the music was stopped. In his opinion, this is related to the lack of clear procedures as to who does what. This was deemed as an accident as it was perceived not to be foreseeable. But there are 3 major elements which mean that we have short memories when it comes to incidents at events. The first is that both the FA Cup final, which spawned the Taylor Report, and the Roskilde Festival, which created a safety alliance in the Europe Event Safety Group, many of those attending these 2 sad occasions are now either dead, no longer go to soccer matches or festivals, or were too traumatized to return. This means that the memories of those collectively attending now are markedly different from those who attended then. In reality, the further we become removed from what happens, the less likely we are to recognize the importance of constantly changing what we do. Every year when I work at the British Grand Prix, the site manager has changed the safety and crowd management plan to fit new thinking and elements pointed out the year before. She constantly seeks out mitigation of the risk. At the Roundhouse in London, ingress and egress is regularly reviewed for safest and securest options. At Wembley Stadium, constant exercising and testing of plans take place, and even then, things can go wrong. To make this work and to make the way that we view behaviors, we must go back to basics. We need to reimagine the time, space, movement, and perception elements. If we do not do this, we will always be behind the curve. COVID has given us time to make changes and integrate these into our 4 core event cornerstones of planning, communication, management, and interoperability. But I wonder just how many of us took time out to look at these during the pandemic and make changes to our events to ensure that we are now up to date on our thinking. Many companies are approaching me now, focused on the future-proofing of their organizations, mitigating risk, and ensuring a sustainable and resilient future for their venues, events, and wider businesses. This is because since being released from COVID restrictions, the fan base has changed. It feels that it is entitled and has become more demanding to manage. This means that change is happening and people are becoming braver in what they are asking. But this is not easy for all organizations as change can be such a difficult concept. So the question today is, how do we deal with this change in behavior? Thank you.